The two biggest drawbacks of the Rubbermaid worm bin are the difficulty harvesting and the excess moisture retention. Difficulty harvesting in that it can take hours to separate the castings from the worms. And moisture retention makes screening the compost next to impossible. I've been considering a wooden worm bin for a long time, and flow-through systems seem to be the way to go. However, the one I want to make is too big for the operation that I have, so I needed to scale back a little bit. I also don't want to make one out of a Rubbermaid bin because I feel that it'll still retain too much moisture, and honestly they look too messy for me. So in my quest over the past few years for a better worm bin, I've come across horizontal migration. It works on the same concepts as a worm tower or worm factory 360, but it has more surface area, so it allows me to compost more material faster. The best part was I was able to make this in about half an hour using almost all recycled materials. So this is my new wooden worm bin. It's a 4-foot long cedar chest that my stepdad was nice enough to keep for me. Big thanks, Don. It's about 15 inches deep. And it's got this nice hole right in the middle where a vent used to be. I was able to take the adjustment screw out and chisel out the plug that was underneath, and this is going to make a nice drainage hole. And then the only parts I had to make were the separator screen and these guides that I put in here. And they were a reclaimed chicken coop door that I was going to originally use on my coop. It's built out of 1-inch by 1/2-inch material, and then I took 1/8-inch hardware cloth and poultry stapled it on the back here. And it slides in real nice and snug. And I have a horizontal migration system. So I'm going to go ahead and set it up today, but I'm not going to put any worms in it until it's indoors. And this way the material I add into it has a chance to start breaking down. So the bottom I'm just going to line with about 1 inch of cardboard and newsprint bedding. Then I have a bunch of excess food waste I'm going to throw in. A lot of it is really liquidy. So I'm not going to add any extra liquid until the day the worms go in. So there should be more than plenty in here. So then with that all in, I'm just going to cover it up with bedding. I'm going to add a whole lot more bedding later today. But that's all I'm going to do for probably the next 3 or 4 days. I'm going to let that stuff really start to get nasty and moldy. Then I'm going to throw the worms in. That's all for now. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like and subscribe. Have a good one.